Shabbat Shalom everyone. I'm going to continue the series of this awesome Daf Yomi. We're in Kiddushin, page number 15, naturally Tetzvav. In today's page of the Gemara, we're talking all about Hebrew servants over here that we're introduced to inside the Daf. And Eved Ivri, as they call. You know the famous song, Ivri Anochi V'yet Hashem. We are really servants of Hashem, but there were circumstances where someone would become a servant, a Hebrew servant, for another master. So friends, what's going on over here? A Hebrew servant, unlike other servants, would have to work up to 7 years, their servitude. So it was like a long-term contract where the Braita says the servant would have to work by day and he would have to work by night. That was. So a Hebrew servant, why only 7 years? Not a long-term amount. So 7 years, obviously, that is Shemitah would be on the 7th year. So Hashem has commanded that on the 7th year, the servant will be free. So all the hard work, treacherous labor, and everything else, that will be a payment for maybe they owed money or something, or so on and so forth. So what's the idea? On the 7th year, there's an option, which is not ideal, and the Torah very much discourages it, that the servant might, because the master is giving such good conditions to the servant, as like giving him the finest meals aligned with the household, and the finest pillows and the finest blankets to sleep on and everything else, and the conditions the Torah mandates should be as good as possible. It could be the servant might say, no, I want to stay in these conditions. I don't want to become free. I don't want to become free. So the Torah we darshan out from Pashat Mishpatim that we would have to make a small boring in his ear, and so that it's showing that as a sign that he has given up on the 7th year. He had the option or the suggestion or the strong suggestion that he should now be an Eved. He's back to becoming a full Jewish person that is obligated in 613 mitzvot, and he says, no, I want to be a servant and everything else. So they've got to do that specific thing over here, and the Torah is obviously probably not so happy about it, because when we are the real servants, all of us, whether we're rich or poor, whatever our wealth is, we are all servants of Hashem. We've been given the incredible Tariag mitzvot, the 613 mitzvot, and it's there that we should serve Hashem in the best way possible. And by neglecting this and saying you want to stay with the master after the 7th year, it's sort of throwing that away. Another idea my Chavruta said, not necessarily to do with this, but with regards to slaves, why is it we're going to learn also the Braita says that day and night you've got to work. But we know really in the daytime is where all the work is going to come while it is light outside. However, the master is going to have also female servants. So his avodah in the nighttime, let's just say, or his work would be to, according to the commentators, is to actually cohabit with the female servants so that they would produce offspring for the master. So that is also, obviously, naturally, that is a strong form of avodah in the nighttime. Obviously, we know nowadays that all laws enshrine that you're not allowed to do this and everything else, but this was, we're talking about in biblical times, and over here, so it was day and night. But another idea is that by some cases, it could be the master himself would have to marry, let's say, a maidservant, or the son himself. So we know that it's a rich marrying the poor. So it's an idea that Hashem, my Chavruta said, that Hashem doesn't want just the rich to stay with the rich and the poor just stay with the poor. Sometimes when his idea is to marry the different social classes together and produce offspring, and that's mixing the rich and poor together so that we'll have a more fair society where the money won't just stay with the rich and the poverty won't just stay among the poor. So these are different insights into the daily Talmud. It is Masechet Kiddushin, Daf Tetzvav. I want to wish you all a fantastic Shabbat. It was just an insight. Please look over the Daf, look over the Mefarshim. It's packed with details in today's Gemara, and wishing you just blessings here from Israel, and wishing you a fantastic Shabbat. And please enjoy and have a good one. Bye.